welcome back.
NicknLex here.
Hey everyone.
How is it going, guys? So tonight we're super excited. We're gonna do a marathon for our dear friend Mike. And what are we doing today?
We are going to be doing Mike's 80s New Wave Marathon. So thank you so much to Mike for your patience. Marathons are a big undertaking for us, and that's why we scarcely open them. So today we're going to be doing obviously an 80s marathon. Originally, the first song was a song by the band Squeeze.
That you I was going to say Breeze.
that you had just released a marathon on, and oh my gosh. So we had to have Mike change that one if he wanted to, which he did. So he changed it to Siouxsie and the Banshees.
I could not say that name.
I know. Thankfully, I received a message with this information ahead of time. So thank you
so
for
you
that.
Basically just say Siouxsie, but it's
Siouxsie.
spelled S-I...
It's like the tribe, you know, and then Siouxsie. So I can understand that because the X is a letter that sometimes changes, like before in Spanish, even the X was a J.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anywho, the song Peekaboo by Siouxsie and the Banshees from the album Peep Show. And that is from 1988. Woohoo! Very cool cover. Then the next one's going to be The Killing Moon by Echo and the Bunnymen from Ocean Rain, 1984.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Election Day by Arcadia from So Red the Rose, 1985. And then The Gap by the Thompson Twins, which I know Mike loves because when we've hung out, he always talks about the Thompson Twins, and I never had any idea what he was talking about. Yes. So now I will. This is from the album Into the Gap, 1984. So I'm very excited. Cool. These are bands or artists or both that I have never heard about ever.
I'm just like Siouxsie. So, I've heard Siouxsie. I did a reaction to a marathon.
Okay.
I think for Matt, if I'm not mistaken. But I think Mike must be super happy that we're doing Police. Because that's right up, like, I think still in his... Mike is a fan of 80s music. So I think that the Police is in that, you know,
I could see that. I could definitely see Mike
have to ask him.
Being okay with the Police.
Yeah.
But New Wave is a category that I'm not familiar with. I'm not very, like... I can't really call myself a connoisseur. I couldn't really have a conversation about this 80s new wave.
So new wave, I think the only ones that I've done is I think like Enya, Enigma, stuff like that. I think new wave is like it is synth heavy. But I guess you'll find out. Because,
I'm excited. I'm excited because this adds 4 new artists to my list, and now I can have a conversation about this. So thank you, Mike. Again, thank you so much for your patience, for your friendship, and
this was a long
everything.
One.
Yes.
Yeah, this was a long one.
Let's get started with Peekaboo. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Peekaboo. And thank you also for changing the song as soon as we told you that the first one had already been taken. So let's get started. Here we go.
Let's get started. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Lee. Everyone, you know, who watches the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Let's have some fun.
Okay.
like a pigsty. Feeling bad and gagging free. Flaccid ego in your head. Chokes on dry teeth. Can you understand? She's staring at the shadow. Sneering behind the spot. Lunge and thrust the pout and pucker. Into the face of the beguiled.
That reminds me of B-52s.
Me too.
Those
It's
singers,
so crazy.
are they the same ones?
I don't know. I don't think so.
If they are, I'm gonna go nuts. That
That's
everybody
hilarious.
in the music business knows each other. They
know.
just sound like B-52s.
This is so fun. It's
But it's
so
very-
weird,
it's
very
very
random.
Yeah.
But I love that. So I'm not saying that obviously in a bad way. It's a good thing because it's good to be so expressive that it's like, you know,
Yeah.
fun.
When I hear this music, I don't know why I think of Danny Elfman's band.
Oh,
Oingo Boingo.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why, but it's just like
maybe the name.
Oh, now that I've heard some Duran Duran.
Oh, I know Mike loves Duran Duran.
Yeah, and I feel the drum machines,
Yes.
the same synth keyboards.
We are trying to be convinced to go to that show with
Duran
Mike.
Duran? Oh, it's so expensive.
Yeah, so we're thinking about it. It's a possibility.
Yeah, we have to listen to some more Duran Duran.
Yeah, okay, let's keep going. I'm loving this track.
Yes, it's
very
great.
cool sounds. The
Very-
xylophone, the
It's just very
accordion.
Yeah, it has a lot of, I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff there.
A lot of art, a lot of expression, a lot of sounds, and
Must have been
freedom.
Like, it must have been crazy to hear this after the 70s. Suddenly, people
Yes.
coming up with this.
Yes.
It must have been like, wow, you know. Okay.
Golly jeepers, where'd you get those peepers? Peep show, creep show, where did you get those eyes? Lights pump and flicker. Let's crack out for more. You're right on this track, oh baby. That's right, now hit the floor. They're sneaking out the back door. She gets up from all fours, racks some fools and silver dollars. Cuts into bitter tears. Gambling jeepers, where'd you get those weepers? Peep show, creep show, where did you get those eyes? Gambling jeepers, where'd you get those peepers? Peep show, creep show, where did you get those eyes? Gambling jeepers, where'd you get those weepers? Peep show, creep show, where did you get those eyes? Where did you get those eyes? Where did you get those eyes?
oh my gosh, that
Very-
was so great.
Very
I love
original.
this.
It's just music. Imagine driving in your car with your little sisters or your brother and just going insane with this music.
Yes. Yes.
I can totally see it.
Mhm.
So this was what year again? 84?
88.
88? Okay, that's later. Okay.
Mhm. This was so much fun. I would definitely listen to this again and have so much fun. I have a few friends in mind that I'm going to send this to. Isaac, I know
Oh,
he
yes.
would love this.
Yeah.
And I'm just so excited to have found a new artist, Siouxsie and the Banshees. I have never heard of this before.
Me neither. I did, like I said, I
Yeah.
did one song and I was like, Susie's in the, but I didn't even know how to spell this. So I had like, it must have been very funny to watch that because I'm sure I said that something like Siouxsie.
Siouxsie.
And people were like, okay, Nick, yeah, you know.
Hilarious.
But
So
yeah.
now we're moving on to Echo and the Bunnymen, but oh my gosh, I'm excited if this is what's in store for like the rest of the songs. I
I'm
loved
sure
how
there is.
wild that was, how the sounds were so chaotic and they went together so well. and just very out there, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of but great to dance to, great to just have and have a great time. So let's go with The Killing Moon.
The Killing Moon. Here we go.
Under blue moon I saw you, so soon you'll take
Ooh, I
me
like that.
up in your arms, too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be the killing time, unwillingly mine.
What do you think?
Fate up against your will.
She's like, follow hard. Like, it sounds really great.
I went to see what their other popular songs were because that voice just sounds so familiar, but I don't know.
It sounds like The Cure.
The Cure.
A
Yep.
little bit.
I
and,
love The Cure.
Depeche Mode.
Yep.
It has that vibe. Really cool.
Deeper voice, kind of like.
Yeah, I love it. I love, like, when he started singing, I was like,
I loved it. This is so wonderful. I'm loving this.
And I
whole
love
thing.
how industrial it sounds.
Yes.
Yes. It's like not the usual drums. It's more
It's
like
very like clappy.
yeah. It's
kind
more
of.
techno.
Yes.
Techno-y. Okay.
Okay.
Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin.
Like Bono.
He will wait until you give yourself to him. In starlit nights I saw you, so cruelly you kissed me. Your lips a magic world, your sky all hung with jewels. The killing moon will come too soon. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin. He will wait until you give yourself to him. Under blue moon I saw you, so soon you'll take me up in your arms, too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be the killing time, unwillingly mine. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin. He will wait until you give yourself to him. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin. He will wait until you give yourself
And that
There's so
scale
much-
there. Dee, 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 dee.
It's so good. I was literally trying to figure out what instrument is this, but I think it's an electric guitar.
Yeah.
It's just with some other distortion that sounds a
Yes.
little bit different. But the singer reminded me so much of Bono,
Mm-hmm.
and then he reminded me of Jim Morrison.
Yeah, I
Right?
can see that totally.
But
yes.
I loved the whole like bass that was very dominant
Mm-hmm.
throughout the song, and just like great song. man.
Yeah,
like
it was
just-
an awesome song. I was sad that I've lived this long without it, because this type of stuff, like The
Yes.
Cure, I would listen to them so much, and I would always try to find
Oh, you
bands
did?
like The Cure.
I never got into them. I
I
don't
was
know why.
so into them, and like I would
When you were a
listen to. No, I really liked just the whole style. It's very like uppity, and I don't know. It just reminds me so much of this, because in a way it makes me feel the same way, like just very happy. And I don't know what the lyrics are about, but just the music itself and the fact that I found this artist is very cool. And
I love this whole like da, 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 da,
Yes.
the way he was
very
singing.
expressive.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Very. I didn't pay too much attention to the lyrics because it's very hard, I
Mhm.
guess. But what a great tune.
I loved it.
It's like very memorable. I would love to listen to this again. And I love that you just like hearted add to your like she was literally like doing the works like I want to follow this guy. right?
Yes,
Or follow this
yes.
band. Very cool. Thank you again, Mike, for this introduction to what is it called?
Echo and the Bunnymen.
Wow. Like
So far, Siouxsie and the Banshees, Echo and the Bunnymen. I can't wait for what's ahead. Marley was
Arcadia.
bothering us.
yeah,
That's
he's kind of
the
like
faces that Nick was making. Should we pause to take him, or should we?
I think we
continue?
should pause to take him
Okay.
because he's just gonna bother us. But we'll be right
Okay.
back with you guys. You won't even notice.
Okay, we're back.
We're back from the excursion with Marley. It was quite an adventure, and it was very cold
It was
outside.
very, very cold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so now he's not gonna be. You know, he was literally like begging
Mm-hmm.
and like pulling on our headphones. He knows the trick. So next one is Arcadia Election Day.
Yeah.
We said 1984.
So Red the Rose, 1985.
Ooh, okay, almost.
Very cool. I'm excited about this
What
because
do you-
the last two have been
Yes, I was just gonna
Thumbs
ask
up.
you, what do you think so far? I'm
Wonderful.
having a very good time,
same.
and it is quite amazing to do these marathons with you.
Yes.
I do miss you when I do them by
Aw.
myself, but then again, I get to talk all video things.
Yay for you.
So yeah, and I think people like to hear me chat. So I don't
You
know.
definitely have your fans. I'm very
guess.
proud of that.
Yeah.
I love that, and I love.
But they're
doing
also
these
your
marathons.
fans.
Of course, I know, but
They just say, she's not in the video. Well, whatever. Let's just. do it."
I know, but I do enjoy them, but they do take a toll, you know, on me
Yeah, I know.
sometimes. But I'm having such a blast. Let's keep going and
Let's keep going. Arcadia, it is.
Here we go.
We'll go.
Synth, baby.
The drums.
I've gotta look to the day, opening eyes and I'm barely on
this music is very unpredictable. There's like ching chong,
Yes.
bam bam.
Again,
dun,
the randomness.
dun,
the
chin, chin, bam.
yes.
Bam, bam. It's very like, it's almost like, let's just break the rules here, you know,
Purposefully.
for
fun.
And it's just, yeah. And I think that's what New Wave was all about. It was just like, we're not going to play 3 chords. We're going to play all kinds of chords, all kinds of sounds that are unexpected. And I think it really worked.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I agree. I
And
think
even the singing.
yes. I think this music is just, it's awesome. It's a blast because there's so many sounds, so much happening, and it sounds so much like it's time, you know?
Yeah.
I would like to know how this music was received back then by
I'm
people.
sure.
I don't know if it was super famous. Like, please, you guys are here to let us know that, like, your perspective of living in that time.
But then again, you have to like go with people like Mike. Like he's
Exactly.
like, you know, I grew up through a certain in a certain area, but I never really 70s rock maybe wasn't his thing, or even there's 80s music and then there's 80s music. There's like
Exactly.
80s music like Michael Jackson, right? Which is very like pop. This is more like industrial, like it's a very different genre.
Yeah, new wave is something again that I had never, well, I'm sure I had heard the term, but I didn't know who would classify to be in that term. So this is special because now I really feel like, okay, if I listen to something in this vein, I can think of this.
Right, like for example, Madonna. I don't think that's new wave. That was more pop. You know.
Yes.
When you listen to 80s Madonna, maybe she has some
Like-
new wave experiment like things in there in that music, but I don't know. It's just a learning process.
Yes.
Just like we learned about 70s rock or 70s prog rock or 70s jazz or fusion. That's the way we're going to learn about this. But hey,
I
let's
love this.
continue.
Okay.
I'm loving also the singing that's kind of like in all
Yes.
sorts of directions. Really cool.
Makes him a big surprise. She knows something new. I pull my shot off the brain. I'm saving myself to suffer the heat wave. Pull my shot off the brain. We're coming up on re-election day.
5 roads and pathways out of us pass downwind. Cut up murmurs and sound become hands on skin. Saving some time to slip away. We can die!
Shouldn't be asking wild and scheming. Could be my election day. Makes him a big surprise. You know something new. I pull my shot off the brain. Sacred and bound to suffer this heat wave. Pull my shot off the brain. We're coming up on re-election day. Re-election day.
Very cool.
Awesome.
You know what blows my mind?
What?
That this music is now considered classic. Classic rock or classic music, not classical music, because I remember back when I was I don't know, like 14 or something. I remember asking my mom, so what is this music? Like, what is this music called? And I was talking about Led Zeppelin. She said, this is classic rock. That music was 20 years old at the time. Led Zeppelin. And now this is 40 years old. Isn't that crazy? Because it's from 1980-ish.
Yes.
So this is even, I mean, it's not older than Led Zeppelin, but it's like, it's just crazy how time moves forward, and then our dear
every
80s
generation becomes
older.
Someone else's generation. And it's when you think about things like that, it just blows your mind.
It blows my mind.
Generations have passed, and
and we're listening to so much music from the 70s or sometimes 60s, 68. We're almost in the 30s again.
Yes.
So that's crazy to think about. I mean, there's still a lot of time in the 30s.
Yes.
But I mean, we're in that, you know.
We're on our way.
We're on our way there.
We will eventually be in the 60s again and the 70s again. And
you think we'll still be on this earth?
I don't know. Maybe.
Who knows? That's a good question for everyone. But hey, so we're going to finish it up with The Gap from Thompson. This
Twins.
is the one that his favorite?
I think this is his favorite artist. I don't want to say that because if I'm wrong, I'll be very embarrassed. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, he's talked about them a lot. And I remember that name because Thompson Twins, I was like, I've never heard of that, but it's catchy. Yeah. So I really have no idea what to expect, but I'm expecting to love it. But I'm just so excited that, like, he included them in this marathon, and every choice has been awesome. Also,
so sorry, because right after Arcadia, I was just like, oh, well, and then talked about Led Zeppelin. What did you think about the song Election Day?
The song was awesome. Obviously, it has a great beat. I was dancing along like crazy. Like, I love this music. Just gets me moving. You know, it's impossible for me to just sit still and like.
No,
you know, because it has a beat. It's meant for you to move along and feel it and just get up and party, you know, like the 80s. So yeah, it just has that vibe for me. I again, all of these 3 songs so far, I know I'm going to send to friends. I'm going to play it for them. And I'm just so happy to have discovered this new genre because I've always loved it. I just didn't know what it was called, and now I have a name for it. So
now we're gonna go with The Gap, and I think this is from 1984.
Yes,
1984.
Look at that cover.
I know. And what's Thompson
Twins?
Okay, here we go. They do like this.
Wow.
Wake up in a strange land.
Wow.
One of 40 feet.
Wow.
I see for the first time just what you believe. I go down to the market, right by yourself, and I listen to the chanting and all the lies the wise ones tell. They say east is east, west is west, 2 different colors on the map. Break the line, chew the fat, and keep moving out into the gap. Beggars in the back streets, barefoot all the world to leave. See this begging for attention, well, it's all
this is
Okay,
a
this
great
is
song.
amazing.
Yeah.
This is beyond
I know.
beyond.
The bass, like, no, just everything. Like when we start, we're literally playing the same instruments, like, and then the from
Yes.
Spain, and then the really cool like rhythm section, and then that bass,
And it sounds so
and then the Egyptian scale,
synthy. Yes,
Da-da-da-da-dum-dum-dum,
exactly.
or
Yes.
Arab, yeah, it can be.
Arabic, yeah. It's like it sounds very mechanical, like very
robotic.
But in a good way. It sounds like obviously all of these effects that sound like violins are probably keyboards and synthesizers, but that was the time when they were out and people were discovering, oh, I can do this. And you sometimes play around with it and we have all this fun making this type of music.
I go all Blade Runner and stuff.
Yes.
No, but remember what Giorgio Moroder said.
Yep.
A good friend of my dad's, he was like, I wanted to make a album from the 60s, 70s, and then he says, and an album of the future. And he was referring to the 80s.
Yes.
Of the future.
Yes.
So he was like, okay, what do I use? The synthesizer. That's the future. That's the sound of the future. And that bit, if you want to listen to it, talking about that is on
Daft
Punk. And
Giorgio by Moroder.
Giorgio by Moroder is the song, but it's on that. What is the record called? It's a good record.
I can't remember.
With that song, we're gonna get lucky.
Yeah.
Get
lucky. I can't remember the name of the album, but
yeah,
All
really
Around
cool.
Memories or something like that. Anyway,
Memories Access or something.
Yeah, Random Access Memories.
Yeah,
there you go.
check it out.
This Thompson Twins, I am blown out of the park. I'm having a blast. This is
your fave. You left the best for the last.
I know. I feel that way. This is very, very good. I've loved all of them equally, and this is a great closer to everything. I can't wait to put these on my playlist and listen to this whole thing all over again and have a party.
She's gonna be in the
on my way
in the
to
car. No, but I've said
and people at the red light like.
No, I've said that sometimes when we're on the red light, we're like.
Yes.
Like both of us, and people just look at us like, okay, crazy people. But yeah, we really like to listen to music in the car, and you can see it from afar. And you might think we're crazy, but that's the way we roll. Okay, let's go back.
Yes.
West, west, two different rhythms to the rap. We say break the line, chew the fat, keep moving out into the gap.
Da-da-da-da-dun-dun-dun. Beautiful, really, really cool. I had a blast.
I
with
had a
these
blast.
songs.
This was wonderful.
And it is so different from what we usually listen to.
Exactly.
I guess that's why we come like out of our shell a little bit more, because it's, I guess, invokes the senses.
It
right?
absolutely does. That's a good point, because this music obviously makes you want to be in the state that they are, which is like,
and it is designed to dance.
Of
It is
course.
designed to be played in a discotheque or a
Yes.
club.
yes,
At like
or a house party,
a house
or
party,
whatever,
and I'm sure
but
a lot of
dancing is involved.
Dancing is involved in this, yeah. So yeah,
That is
totally.
for sure. This was wonderful, Mike. Thank you so much. I can see now why you like the Thompson Twins, and I can absolutely see why you like all of the other artists and bands as well.
Yeah.
This was wonderful. It's a rabbit hole that I'm ready to go into, and may explore some on my own.
No, but I mean, also like we went with Mike to see the Steely Dan, and he did appreciate the music.
course.
It's just like not his favorite music, but it is still awesome,
Right.
and he had a great time, I'm
Right.
sure. So, but now I also get it why this is like with me, like my true passion is instrumental guitar music,
Right.
right? Jazz, whatever
Right.
it may be. But I do listen to everything else, and so that's the beauty of like being able to understand
Yes.
or just accept that there's
Yes.
other music. And when I was younger, I was very like, no, I'm not gonna listen to this. Oh no. But now when you get older, you kind of break away those barriers, and then you just, and look what happened to you. I mean,
Yeah.
when we started dating, she was I would play metal to her, and she was like
No,
like
only certain types.
yeah. I mean, really, like
Yeah,
I think you were just being kind, and you were like, yeah, it's okay.
it's okay.
But deep down, she was like, oh god, like when is
It's like,
this over?
okay, let's play Death Cab for Cutie now.
Yeah, which I loved when we discovered them, when we went to see them. Immediate love affair with
Yeah,
them.
I knew.
But they're really
They're very,
good,
very
you know?
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was wonderful, Mike. Thank you so much. If any of these bands ever come to town, I don't know if any of them are still touring or anything,
Duran.
but yes, that is true. But please let us know. It would be a lot of fun to catch one of these shows together.
Yeah.
Duran is still a potential, but we'll have
Very
to see. But
expensive potential.
thank you, everyone, so much for joining us, and we hope to see you all in the next one.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.